Jack.
Well, hello.
They're wearing party hats because I don't know whether it was like today or yesterday, but at some point this week it was the 4-week anniversary of when the new mod started.
A great celebration indeed.
It's a great celebration. So we're going to get some of these. Let's get these questions up.
Right, let's do it.
Where the fuck's my beer? There it is.
I'm pretty sure it's in the open your eyes section, champ. Why don't we just use soft tarcos? Oh, love! Why can't we have both? No.
Alrighty. Welcome to the Australian One's Q&A video. This is my hetero, cis white male friend, Cal.
Good evening.
This is my life mate.
Good evening.
I'm out of beer.
Well, you better
Oh, that's your
stock up.
cider. Ew. My beer.
Best thing is he drank about 4 times out of that before realising
There was none in it.
There was nothing in it, and he tried about 4 times like, oh, beer.
Suck a dick. Okay, so the first question is, if you could rid Tumblr of any one social justice warrior, who would it be and why? Easy question. Nita Sarkeesian.
Nita Sarkeesian?
Nita Sarkeesian every fucking day of the week. That woman is like, there's a lot of sort of social justice people where you can just sort of be like, oh, she's like, or he's like a teenager, they don't know shit about shit.
You can
she's
push
a fucking
them under the
grown-ass
rug.
woman.
Yeah, exactly.
And she gets on about video games and is like, no, video games, it's sexist and shit. The woman is evil incarnate.
It's filth.
She fucking like rolled people because, I don't know, like Cal doesn't know much about it. And for those of you at home who don't know a lot about it either.
Coming in fresh.
She did a Kickstarter campaign for a video series called Tropes Against Women in Video Games. And she got like 150,000 something fucking dollars worth of funding for it. And pretty much all she did was like, what the fuck is that? Pretty much all she did was like add a new background to the videos and just kept all the goddamn money. And she's released like, 3 videos now?
What?
It's been like 10 million years.
People are paying her for this filth.
Well, they already have paid her.
Oh, they've endorsed this filth.
They've endorsed this filth. I wouldn't go so far as to wish death upon her, but
it's pretty close.
If she was locked in a box,
maybe I was going to say a little bit of a giant. Yeah. I don't know how we linked that one. I was like, I'll drop a little bit.
If she was to say be locked in the box for a period of several days,
oh yeah, I'd be cool.
Would not be upset.
No, or if she was
could have one post blasted so that it magically appeared on everybody's dashboard, what would it be? Probably this one.
Probably,
yeah.
Well, it's gonna.
Well, it hasn't gone.
It's
up
a lot
yet.
of hard hitting, hard-hitting questions that people.
Yeah, so probably this one, or if it's from my personal blog, there was one that I wrote about like, essentially about how the whole vegetarians and vegans getting up everyone's ass about eating meat's fucking bullshit.
Because pretty much that's an everyday thing now.
Yeah,
it's like a first world problem now.
Don't really have an issue with vegans and stuff.
No,
but the
they are
problem
a
I
first
have
world
is
problem.
if you're wondering whether somebody at the table is a vegan, you don't have to worry about it because they will tell you. They will tell you every time.
They will preach and teach as much as they can. You know what I mean?
They will bring that shit up.
Boom.
And I wrote a post about that on my personal blog, which was sort of like my first post that got like a whole bunch of notes and followers and stuff. I saw in your selfie you posted that you have a guitar, play or something Aussie. No. I flat out can't be. I'll do it at some point, swear to God, but not right now. Okay, next.
Moving on up.
The 1, 2 or 3-dimensional scale, what are your political opinions? I actually had to do a quiz to answer this question because I had no fucking idea what you were talking about. Apparently, yeah.
I read it twice now, and I'm looking at it. I'm like,
it's
okay.
like there's like 2-dimensional political spectrums, and there's like libertarian on one side, and it's like
right. So it's pretty much just the basic political
it's like
questions
a
broken
diamond,
down into
but it's
3.
It's libertarian, it's socialist.
It's like a love triangle of politics,
and I'm apparently a social liberal, which means that the government should stay out of people's lives, but should still have control over the country's financial situation. So hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, well, tough shit, basically. Dort M. Clavier. He or she said, would you move to Antarctica for a year if someone paid your living expenses, and then at the end of the year they paid you 50 grand US for doing so? Yes, you may bond with the penguins. No, you may not bring any penguins home.
Why wouldn't you?
No fucking deal, man.
Dude, no way. Have you ever seen David Attenborough Frozen Planet? You watch the end of it, you get the special credits where you see the dudes filming the penguins. I could be one of those dudes for a year. Fair enough, you'd be pretty pent up at the end of it. You know, you'd be like, just you and some other dude, like, pent up in a room for 9 months.
You and some other dude?
Sexual energy amplified.
Are you trying to tell me something, Cal? We've been
but like, if it was just me in the cabin, if it was just me in the cabin with my own thoughts, I'd be cool with it, you know? 50 grand, me in my cabin. I'd be a little bit crazy.
Do you get to keep the cabin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, if they give me the house and free flights back to my cabin to see my penguin family.
I sort of always thought penguins looked a bit shifty anyway. Like, it looks like if you turned your back on a penguin long enough, it would steal your shit.
They'd steal tea bags. I reckon they
Just
could hide tea bags on their little wings and just flip fucking away.
Why do they steal your tea bags? Why would you have tea bags in the Arctic?
I don't know, because it's the one thing that fits under a wing and doesn't give weird...
What about, like, a wallet?
What's it going to do with money?
Do you think before you talk?
What's it going to do? Smoke my money? They live in water, Jim. At least the tea bags can make tea.
That is the first place you go to with everything. Like, can I smoke that? Can I roll that up?
At least tea
Can I pack that into my
tea
belly?
can be made in water, and they live in water, so they can make tea water
They
to
don't
live in.
have enough tea to make like the entire Arctic Circle.
What if we bought a big
Into a
box of
giant
Lipton?
cup of tea.
What if they bought a big box of Lipton? They just
I
like
never thought of that, did I?
they just wrapped it up.
Okay,
with a
next
bunch
question.
of
Shut up, Cal. Not enough hearing you talk. Are there any languages you would like to learn? I think if I'm going to live in the Arctic, I'd like to learn to speak Penguin.
It's not a language.
You don't know that.
System of flaps.
No, I think probably German. Not because I have some sort of fascination with Germans or anything like that, but because I feel like there's no better language for getting your fucking point across. So the Germans know how to get shit done.
Brutally honest.
You know?
Boom.
Like I think the German word for butterfly is like Schmetterling. And it's a butterfly, and that's about as like graceful as you get. And the German's like Schmetterling.
Metal butterfly.
Yeah.
As well as party pop.
Oh, good times. So yeah, German for me. What about you, Cal?
Ooh, that's weird. Alright, I could go like... I'd probably have to put probably towards German, but then I'd also go towards like Icelandic or something like that, because that's the land of metal.
What about Japanese? You're a weeb. Cal,
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a little bit of a weeaboo, but I'd watch. I can deal with subtitles and like yeah. I just couldn't do it. Icelandic. It's a land of metal. It's like you can speak.
It's like
metal.
Iceland. It's like Finland and
I don't
shit
even
like
care.
that.
It's
Norway.
like one of those.
Finnish or
There
Norwegian.
we go. Finnish. There we go.
You finished?
Well, you finish yourself off. Oh. I was like, just take yourself outside and just run your head into the concrete.
Oh. By the way, the beer of the moment is the Stonewood Pacific Ale for me. Greatest beer ever made by mankind. Comes from beautiful sunny Byron Bay. Okay, next question from a wrapped box of muses. For some reason, he's the wrapped box of muses number 2. That's muses. It's his picture's a little Mega Man thing. That's pretty cool. Do you? Oh, actually, plus. Do you play Team Fortress 2? Question mark plus. Thank you for the pluses on the outside of that question. Definitely added a bit of flavour to the post. No, I don't play Team Fortress 2. I used to, but I stopped playing it when they added all this bullshit with the hats. And, like, you know, they added the hats?
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You get people, like, adding you, asking for your hats. He's like, dude, I see you got some hats. Whoever can look like the biggest stripper in the battle.
The biggest douchebag.
Wins the battle.
Apologies to any strippers in the audience. We love your work.
I'm sorry.
You're doing good. You're doing God's work.
No,
there.
you are beautiful
Strippers.
women. You are beautiful. You have a fly in your
I
beard.
have a floaty in my beard. I don't know what it is.
That is disgusting.
Well, I'm
like
drinking
a
anyway.
Mexican toenail.
Yep.
Yes.
You are a pussy. Love Sarah. Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Sarah's a friend of mine, sort of. She goes alright sometimes. Do you drink grape juice with water or without water? I need to prove a point to my dad. I don't know what sort of twisted fuck would drink grape juice with water.
What is watered down grape juice anyway? It's just like, I've tried grape juice a little bit, but you just can't deal with it. It's just crap. And I don't know why you'd want to water it down anyway. Why would you want to make something so bad last longer? Like, it's just like, how can I make this crap last longer? Right, I'll put some water in.
Okay, Anonymous has asked, say some Australian slang.
Struth.
Crikey.
Mate.
Can't.
Mate,
Take a shrimp on the barbie.
Also, Foster's does not happen. There is no Foster's anywhere. Like,
well, we sell Foster's at my work, and there's one dude who buys it, and it's filth. Like, it's.
But he is American.
The reason we export it is because it's shit, and nobody likes it here. So only like, because it's like centuries old.
It is.
All the Yanks think, well, Americans think that it's like a beer of choice, but it's not. It's filth. It's like, it is the worst. It tastes like the can that it comes in. It's revolting.
It's weird. It's like Australia's the only place where you can call cunt mate, like a mate a cunt,
and a cunt your mate,
and a cunt your mate.
Like when you're about to make a serious point with someone, you go, "Look, mate."
Like if I walk up, like mate,
you know, some shit's about to be dropped.
Mate.
Like the hammer of judged you.
Yeah.
Responsible for about 85% of the bullshit hate mail I get on here is from me being like, "Oh, fuck off, cunt," and everyone's like, and then it's like, "Well, settle down," you know. Yep. Anyway, Anonymous asked, which uni did you go to, major plus minor? I went to Newcastle University in Australia, which is the same one this decade's still going to.
That is indeed.
I did engineering. We didn't get to pick a major and minor, you picked a discipline. And I did mechatronics, which is sort of electromechanical robotics stuff. Pain in the ass. Don't do engineering. Takes forever. It's a 4-year degree. And it fucking sucks. Yeah. Cal's doing IT, which is actually a decent industry to get into.
IT with a film major.
I read on your About Me that you like to play video games, so I was wondering what kind of video games do you play? That comes from Anonymous. Yeah, we used to play MOBAs a lot, so not League of Legends, but games like that.
Yeah.
Heroes and New Earth and stuff.
Plenty of them.
Haven't played them since basically the PS4 came out. I've been playing a lot of that. play RPGs together. We don't really play much in the way of like online shooters like Counter-Strike and stuff.
No, we do a bit of Destiny. Hashtag Destiny.
Hashtag Destiny. I haven't played that in forever.
Bit of Leisure Suit Larry on the day off, you know. Bit of the 8-bit goodies.
Bit of Brazzers.com.
Be like, how you going, ladies? 8 bits. Oh, man.
8 turgid bits of goodness.
Don't worry, ladies. I can move each pixel individually.
2 at a time, please.
Let me give you one.
You fucking psychopath.
Let me give you the stiff gif, girl.
The stiff gif. Fuck off. Anonymous asks, everything is poisonous in Australia. Everything. How do you manage to stay alive? Do Australians just have antitoxins in their body? Love you, Bellatrix.
Well,
if we were to divulge all of our survival secrets, we would be hunted down and executed by the federal police. But in order to keep up the antitoxins in your body, you have to drink heaps of piss.
That's it.
Like heaps. Like if you're not getting drunk like at least once, twice a week,
and you must
you're making yourself vulnerable.
Exactly.
Vulnerable to the toxins in the environment.
And you need to learn, like, any dark alley is covered in spiders. Yesterday, I literally saw an old man kick a brown snake in the face at the beach.
Yeah. Yes, it's the second most toxic snake in the world or something like that. And this old guy's just doing battle with it.
Just at the beach.
Out the front of the toilets near the beach. Alright, next question.
Moving on.
Worst social justice warrior you have ever come across / talked to?
It's kind of the same as the other one, isn't it?
No, I think that means like in real life. Probably probably Sarah. She's probably going to end up watching this.
She's going to get so razzed.
We're friends now, but man, the woman used to fucking drive me crazy.
The razzings will still happen.
She was on Facebook, and she used to post all these feminist videos, and it was the ones that always ended up getting like debunked, like the one with the drunk girl walking in the street, and she was like all totally put on. And just shit like that. And I used to say to her, like, you need to fucking be more careful with this stuff. You need to, like, make sure you do your research into it, because if somebody ended up finding out that it's bullshit, you look like a fucking idiot. And yeah, she used to have, like, all these white knights coming in and getting up me.
White knights, mate, they're my favourite.
Oh, man, they're the worst.
They are my favourite.
Yeah, we sort of had a civil conversation at one point or another, and we're, like, sort of friends now, so that's for you, Sarah. How fast can you chug a beer, says Anonymous.
Well, he's got half a beer here.
I've got half a beer here, so we're going to have to cut away while I go and refill it. This is not a challenge I'm prepared to ignore.
We'll call this one a smoke break.
We do call this one a smoke break.
We call this one a smoke break, so we can top up.
Let's do that, okay?
Welcome back, Session 2.
Session 2 of the Australian Ones Q&A. So, the last question we got was from Anonymous. It said, how fast can you chug a beer?
3, 2, 1, chug it. Ooh, that's the whole beer. Stone and wood.
Ugh.
That's it. 6 seconds. 6
Gone.
seconds.
Frosty.
That's it. Filled his body with bones and loves a lot of wood, so...
Here we go. This is the star of the show, this question.
Here we go.
Anonymous has asked, Aussie, you like death metal. What are your top 5 bands in ascending order?
We are glad you asked.
Capital D, capital D, capital D. Ooh. That's hit me like a freight train, that one.
Better coal in the ambulance, because he is done.
Like,
we'll leave that to the maid. I'm just kidding. We
Consuela?
don't have one.
No.
Jamila? Oh, Jamila, can you get that? We'd be having a party, but Jamila said we could.
Jamila said we could.
She took all our substances. Damn.
I see.
Special. I was like, special in Chandra.
BitTorrent? No. It's fiddles. In a world.
In a world where downloading is illegal. One system stops all people and attempts to hold the privacy within its own laws. Are you ready for Sony? They will add you to the record, and they will strip your soul. You will play their lyrics, their lines, their own pop-punk mix of filth, and you will love it. So will they. There's only one direction you're traveling in, and it's straight to Bieber Town. Sorry, I just had to jump in the movie voice then. I was like...
That's Carl's most famous talent.
I felt the movie.
Carl's party trick is his movie voiceover voice.
My voice can go anywhere.
Enough about metal for now. Anonymous has asked, are there any words or insults that you would never use because they're too offensive? I try and avoid saying like things that are overly racist.
Yeah.
Like as long as it's all in the name of good fun, I think it's sort of pretty okay to, like at least in this country, to sort of say some shit that's like maybe get you shot in other countries. There is a time and a place for it.
There
and
is.
if you're out in public, or if you're
Just
at
the
a nice
one
restaurant, whatever, you wouldn't drop the N-bomb, for example, or whatever.
Or you don't really want to drop the word coon in Australia because that will get you shot. Like if you're walking down the street and you're like, "You coon," you're gonna get rolled by like
that is a racial slur for
like,
Aboriginals in Australia.
It's bad.
And I don't think it's that funny. Like
No,
there's some racial slurs that are just like they just sort of sound funny in some context.
Yeah, nah.
But coon, we have a brand of cheese
I was about to
called
say,
coon in this country,
coon cheese,
and
coon
it's
cheddar.
just not that funny.
No.
And people who use it are just trying to get a rise out of
Yellow
it. It's
cheddar.
just lazy comedy. It's just
Exactly,
like
exactly.
can you not think of anything better
But at the same time, that's probably
than
the
to
worst
just
we
say
have.
the word
like,
coon?
you know.
Yeah, in terms of the demographics we have in Australia, that's about as bad as it gets.
That's it. What
What
else is there? Yeah, there's not really any
There's
others.
not really, yeah.
no.
Anonymous said your voice is really sexy, OMG. That is not a question.
That is not
You
even a
should be
statement.
ashamed of your... No. Thank you very much. I don't sound like this in
Even
real
though it
life. I sound like this because of half a decade of smoking.
And choking on dong.
Has destroyed my vocal cords and made me sound about 4 octaves deeper. Okay.
That's him for
So, is there any other questions?
Girl, let me lay you down.
Let me lay it down.
Get on your body.
girl.
Cocoa butter.
Get butter on your body.
I hope your shoulders are tan because my fingers are like weaving arrows. Oh, damn. Girl, let me just run my hand through my hair.
That's about it. I'd say we're going to be doing some more of these.
Probably do a new one.
Yeah,
Podcast, bro.
Whether it's just me or whether Cal comes along as well. I don't
I'm
really
always
know.
around.
He's always around.
always
He's like-
around.
He's like
I'm a
AIDS.
skeleton wig.
If you managed to stick with us this long, thank you very much.
If not,
If not, go and fuck yourself.
you aren't willing to take the time. You aren't worth the rhyme,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. So let's I'd say we're doing this again. So subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed this at all. There'll be a lot more on point and probably a lot shorter because this was sort of an original. Hey, let's get to know the people involved.
Yeah, we kind of just
Thing.
threw it together.
So we'll more be addressing, I'd say, like specific events or issues. Like I've
Plan a
been
bit
thinking
more.
about making one on what's happening in the whole Ferguson thing. For those of you who are following the blog on Tumblr, the Ask Box is still currently closed because we got tired of your bullshit. Not all of you, just a few people who wanted to get abusive with us. So we shut it down for a while. We do
Few of
we
you
will do
ruin
that
it for
sometimes.
all of you.
Pretty much. That's generally how things
Laying
like this
it
go.
down.
The rest of you guys, we love you very much. We've got, I think, 10,000 followers now.
You're a lovely bunch.
And the page, because I registered this as a .com domain, the page is getting like nearly 40,000 unique hits a day. We're doing quite well. We're happy with the way things are going. As soon as everything blows over with the whole Ferguson thing and everyone calms down, I'll be making a video on the topic, and we'll be happy to discuss it. But there's a lot of like racial hatred and things being
So
thrown
much.
around, and we
Back
don't
and
we
forth.
don't want to deal with that shit.
Nah, come on, guys. Be civil.
Yeah, try your best. I know it's an emotional topic for a lot of people, but we don't want to. We've put our foot in it enough over the past few days,
That's
like
it.
with the whole pedophiles thing. You weren't there for that.
I wasn't, but
Yeah.
I can feel how bad that would have been.
Yeah, it was
when you
pretty
dropped
rough.
the word paedophile.
Yeah. So let's try and avoid that for a while.
File that one overdone.
We will decide as a blog when we wish to reopen the Ask Box and take submissions. Please do not keep sending us fan mail and thinking we're going to repost it. We are not. We are shut down for the moment. We'll make mod posts and that is it. If you wish to address me directly, you can still use the blog that I set up to take questions for this video. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all soon.
Signing off. Stay metal.